Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still relatively new, it's under a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. To everybody who's already my subscriber, my viewers, thank you all so much. Thank you if you do subscribe today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who is here with me. I know without you, my channel wouldn't be what it is today. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames called Perception, the Two Yet One, book one here. I read book one aloud live on Facebook, and then I've uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for free. If you've already read book one or watched all those videos, know that book two is published and available for purchase. These beautiful, well-made paperbacks are available on Kindle Direct Publishing. They're only $15.99 each, plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. Okay, so everybody, you'll see there, I still have this spring motif going on here, but it's a little bit different. This week is, on Thursday, is Earth Day, worldwide. So we're getting our messages this week from the Mother Earth. We've got Gaia here, we've got Gaia here, and we've got Mawu, Mother Earth, over here, and then plus our beautiful planet right there as well. Today, I have a new bunch of decks that I'm going to be using here. I love this deck so much. It's so beautiful. These decks that I'm using today, I am really taken with them. This is Tarot of the Divine by Yoshitani, which is inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world, which is why I chose it for this week. Worldwide, all these tales are us, our planet, okay? And I love to learn too. And so this is teaching me a lot about the folklore and fairy tales and things like that from around the world. There's some things in here that I hadn't seen before. At the end, I'm going to pull at least 3 cards from the Earth Magic Oracle deck here by Stephen D. Farmer. Stephen has a bunch of illustrators in here, so I can't name them off. So this is the Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. We'll get some of that at the end. And also, there's this deck. I wanted a new deck a few weeks back, and I was not sure if I was just, wanting to shop and feel better or something. So I was going to go shopping the next day with my sister, and we were just going to go to places like Walmart and stuff like that. So I said to myself, all right, well, you know what? We're just going to go where we go, and if I find a tarot deck there and I like it and I have the money for it, I may or may not buy it. It's up to Spirit to show me if they want me to have a certain deck. And I walked into a store and I saw this. There was only 2 of them. And I had the money for it, and so I purchased it. And I love this deck. Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shen. I think she does all the artwork because I was looking through this. It doesn't say illustrated by, so this must be all her. Whoop. This is how it comes out. You can't really hold it like this because so this is, see these cute little boxes? I love these boxes they come in. But this artwork seems very similar. It's not the same, but it is similar to me to this artwork here. All right, so let's get going here. Now, as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will, and major arcana cards about as your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you made for your life before you incarnated in order to encounter and hopefully learn certain poignant lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul. As you go lifetime after lifetime raising your soul's vibration, you eventually get to a life where you probably you get enlightened, or you get to the pinnacle of human existence, I'm thinking. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it's kind of like looking at destiny, but not really, because we do have the free will here. However, there are times that we write things into our divine blueprint that happen or will not happen no matter what we do, and those are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune, which you do not have. So let's go ahead here, Gemini, and jump right in. At the heart of everything, you've got Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy, the Page of Coins, and the Page of Coins in the reverse. Now, this is Aeshnidae from Sweden. Just want to show you how that's Aeshnidae from Sweden. It's a Sami deity. The Page of Coins welcomes the beginning of spring and summer. Yeah, this is the beginning of spring, and that's kind of where we are right now, huh? Of spring and summer, a fresh start, the end of darkness. Aeshnidae represents hope, setting up solid foundations, and mental wellness. She is grounded and anticipates the bright future. However, the reversed meaning for this, because this deck does have reversed meanings, a lack of common sense, immaturity, laziness, and apathy. Okay, so this is either you, or this could be an earth sign child. Pages, you know how I say these are people cards. This is in the Forest of Enchantment deck, they were called the child. So this could be a young earth sign in your life who is acting like this right now. Okay, which is lazy, doesn't have common sense, someone who's immature and apathetic. It sounds a whole lot to me like a teenager. So there may be a teenager in your life that's acting like this. Who knows, you could be feeling this way. You could be feeling like, you know, you're sick of everything. And yeah, that's kind of a childish way to feel, but feelings are feelings. Right? But so you know if this is you or if this is a person in your life. And it doesn't have to even be an earth sign child. It could be a child or teenager that is just acting like this. So that's what's at the heart of everything for you right now, is this childish, apathetic type of energy. And the energy that is crossing that is the major arcana card of Judgment. Okay? Judgment. Now, to me, every time I hear Judgment, I hear it's time. Okay, it's time for something. Now, let me just go find this here in the book. Let's find out. Is that the Monkey King? Yes, it is. That's right. Okay, this is Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. This is Chinese mythology. Judgment is the reckoning, an ending before the start of a new journey. Past actions and decisions determine future events. If you haven't learned your lessons, you are doomed to repeat your mistakes over and over. Ew. Yeah, see, that's one of the things. You got to learn those lessons that we write for ourselves into our divine blueprint, because they just keep coming back. And if they don't come back in this lifetime, guess what? You got to live another lifetime, and they're going to come back in that lifetime. You don't really escape them. So it's better to just learn these lessons. So upright, this means improvement, forgiveness, a change of perspective, absolution, and rebirth. So change in perspective, huh? This could be a rebirth. This could be some sort of resurrection. But however, I think that maybe it's time for forgiveness. Maybe this person, if they're acting this way, if you're acting this way, you know, forgive yourself. If somebody is doing this and they're bugging you, it's time for forgiveness. It's time for improvement, okay? This is also rebirth. So if you forgive someone, then your relationship is rebirthed, okay? A change in perspective could be like, okay, well, say this teenager is bugging you. Remember, they're a teenager. That's what they're supposed to do. I know teenagers can be pretty tough to handle if that's what you're dealing with right here, okay? But it's time for you to approach it in a different way. Get this new perspective. Understand that, yeah, like I'm saying, if they're a teenager and they're acting like that way because that's what they are. They're supposed to act that way, okay? And if you're acting like this and you're like ashamed of yourself or something, I mean, just understand that you're a human being. Forgive yourself, okay? Don't judge people. When you judge others, what about yourself? Don't judge yourself. Just be, you know what I mean? Judging others is not helping anyone. Now, temperance. And you know what I mean by judging others. I mean, there are some judgments that the world needs, but, we can't, just do a blanket statement for one thing. There's a lot of details in life, and we all need to remember that. So temperance, this is moderation, okay? This is a Sagittarius energy. There could be a Sagittarius at the root of everything here, which is what this card represents. This is the heart of everything. This is the energy crossing it. So this is the root of it, is that there's some sort of moderation that needs to be done here. There's some sort of balancing. There is too much of something and too little of another. This is the, like I said, this is temperance, but this is the Bodhisattva card. Yeah. Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. I know how to say that because I've been singing a mantra song with that. It goes Arya Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Gambiram Prashna Paramita Charam Charamano. It's a beautiful song. It's called The Perfect Heart. It's on YouTube. Look for it. Anyway, so this is the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. This is a Buddhist Bodhisattva, which I believe is like a goddess or god. Now, the temperance is about balance and meditation. Oh, so meditation more than moderation in this one. It is being mutable, recognizing when to change with the times and when to change the situation itself. The Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara identities are fluid, but their goodwill remains constant. Okay, so this means, moderation. There's the moderation. Moderation, harmony, purpose, good influence, and reconciliation. Okay, so yeah, there's forgiveness and reconciliation coming out here. So I'm thinking that this is probably somebody who is not you. This is somebody who's been acting like this. You may have judged them, but what you really should do is forgive them here, reconcile, bring harmony back into your life. Okay, this is temperance, this is judgment. These are major arcana cards. This is major energy for your life, okay, for your divine blueprint. Now, the next energy that we read here is the energy that's moving out of your life at this time, and this is your energy, Gemini. This is sword energy, logic, intellect, communication, truth. Okay, now this is the night. All nights bring change. They all are movement. This one moves very quickly. So I think maybe what you did is you may have, another thing he does is he kind of goes to war. He rushes in. He's itching for a fight. And in the Forest of Enchantment deck, I did not like that Knight of Swords at all. That's all he wanted to do was get into a fight. But let's see what this Knight of Swords, who he is, and what this possible fast movement could have been. I'm starting to wonder if maybe what happened is this was kind of a swift movement where maybe what you did is you may have said something to this young person that was a bit judgmental or something, and they maybe it made them angry, and there's it's not really war, but it's kind of a battle. Air signs, and I know because I'm a Libra, us air signs, sometimes we say the truth quicker than we should. Sometimes it's something that's obvious to us isn't obvious to others, and if we just say it without thinking, moving too quickly as this Knight does, like charging in to go to war, that this is obviously this not obviously, but most of the time is very painful for people that we're very blunt sometimes when we should have more patience. We should be more harmonious and moderate. It's too much blunt truth sometimes. So let's see what this is. This is Hang Tua from Malaysia. Yeah, he's a Malaysian legend. The Knight of Swords is a strong and assertive warrior. Hang Tuah, an intelligent soldier, is unafraid of leaping into battle and employing unconventional techniques to win. He is rebellious, loyal, and a fierce champion. So it's intellect, bravery, confidence, and being action oriented. Okay? So if that resonated with you better, that's what that means. But I still feel like for a lot of you, it could be that you maybe what you did is you kind of rushed in with this judgment and you said something that, and this is a night, so it brings change. It changed something to where you need to come back to harmony because you aren't exactly there. You may have hurt somebody's feelings, this teenager perhaps. Now, these two cards for me as a reader are future cards, okay? And I just got to start talking. This is the Ten of Wands, okay? So in your near future, you're going to be pretty tired, okay? This is, wand energy is fire energy. Tens are always endings. And, because you've gone from the Ace of Wands, and this is the energy suit, once you get all the way up to the 10, you're pretty flippin' exhausted. When you're at the Nine of Wands, you're the wounded warrior energy where you're exhausted, you're beat up, but you've got the energy for one more battle. This is that one more battle. Okay, and after that, you're just done. It's like it's time for you to drop those wands, drop all that responsibility, and start again with another Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is an ending coming. But let's go ahead and see if there's anything in this story behind this card that resonates for you, okay? Gosh, I love these cards. This artwork is awesome. Okay, so the Ten of Wands is the Timbo tree from Paraguay, a Guarani legend. The Ten of Wands represents taking on too much and refusing to accept help. When Sagua's daughter went missing, he searched alone in vain. A timbo tree grew from his ear when he died, bearing fruits he labored for but was unable to enjoy. So what this means is overwhelm, stress, obligation, refusing aid, and duty. Okay, so it's basically saying everything that I was saying with that you're overburdened and stuff here, but it does have this element in this particular deck for this particular card that you are refusing help, okay? So you may be exhausted, you may have bit off more than you can chew, but if you don't ask for help, if you don't allow help, you're just going to stay in this energy. So the next energy that we read is another of your future energies here. Let me just find it in the book right now, since I'm already in the book here. It's the 5. So there we go. Okay, so now before I read this, the 5 of Cups is always about grieving, okay? These 3 cups have dumped out. She's not paying any attention to the ones that are still there. The 2 of Cups, which is love, okay? But her 3 of Cups have dumped out, and she just can't get over it because you can't put the liquid back into these cups. It's gone, it's over, it's done. So she's grieving, all right? And they're showing me this full moon. This might happen during the full moon, which is next week. Okay, so it's interesting that this card is in here because I just I just decided to watch Coco again from Pixar with my son, and I believe a song in there was about this character here. She's in the reverse, but I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. This is La Llorona from Mexico. The 5 of Cups is useless regret without learning. Oh, jealous of her husband's new wife, La Llorona drowns her own children, and now her wailing ghost wanders the earth. She continues to wallow in grief, refusing to seek redemption or happiness. Oh, that is very sad. Oh. So this is in the reverse for you, Gemini, and this is moving on. Forgiveness, acceptance, finding peace and encouragement. So yay! Okay, so you've got two cards of forgiveness. You've got this card of what you need is moderation. Your harmony was thrown off here by probably what I was saying. This Knight of Wands. If somebody says something and it really bothers you, right there in the moment you might get heated and just say, what? Blah 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 and blah blah, and you're blah blah blah, and then they're just like, you know that's the kind of energy that the Knight of Swords is. They're just going to be like, you what? You really said that? Oh, that's it. I'm charging in for war, and I'm going to cut you with my truth here, my sword of truth. So if that's what's happened, or maybe that's what they did, somebody's feelings got hurt here. So apology and forgiveness, okay? Now, it could be that this person hurt your feelings and then you went, hey, well, blah, blah, blah. And so maybe what you've got to do is forgiving and asking for forgiveness from one another. That's usually the best thing to do, okay? Oh no, your candle went out. Uh-oh. Hang on. Okay. I think that'll do it. I had to cut the wick and do all this burning off of wax and stuff, so hopefully it stays on. I just wish that I could get that wick to stand up straight. Okay, so whatever. This is your hope card, okay? This is the Devil in the reverse. You can see here, this is what the Devil card looks like. I mean, I know the Devil isn't a good card, but isn't this a beautiful piece of art? Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Okay, so this is Capricorn energy. This could represent a Capricorn in your life, but I feel like this is mostly you hoping to throw off some chains here. You've been bound to something that is toxic, something that you don't like, and so this is what you're hoping for, to be free from something that has been like suppressing you or subjugating you, or some sort of addiction, or this is just toxicity. And so as a hope card in the reverse, I totally get it. Okay, I'm not I don't think I'm going to read this. Well, how much have I? Oh, well, only 23. It's just that whole wax thing. I had to do a bunch of stuff. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what this is. Okay, the devil is a Brazilian mythology called Boitata. The devil gives into the ego, lusting for unnecessary or harmful things, unwilling to leave negative situations. It is a dragon sitting upon a pile of gold it does not need, a person setting a forest on fire for their own gain. Oh, wow. So the reversed meaning in this deck is release, enlightenment, power reclaimed, divorce, and moving on. Yeah, so that's definitely breaking free. So I think that moving on is probably what you're hoping for here. I don't know if you can hear my little dog whining right here. She's going, oof, oof. Do you want a cookie? Do you want a cookie, little one? Here, I give you a cookie. There you go, sweet muffin. I love this little puppy dog. Okay, so then here is your environment, okay, your state of being. You're experiencing a new beginning. This is Wands energy, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, okay? And what this is, for some of you, this could be, yeah, sometimes this is a pregnancy. You could be pregnant again. Maybe that's why you're feeling kind of cranky. But this could be a new job. Wands are very often associated with career. Fire energy is associated with the spiritual path as well. So this is a new beginning in something that you're very passionate about. It could be a new job. It could be something that you're so excited about that you hit the ground running. That's the energy, because wands is fire. Fire is energy. It's joy. It's happiness. It's this is where you've got all the energy to accomplish what you begin. This is also a big spark of inspiration. This is where you get this idea, and like I said, you hit the ground running. So I think that that's a really great energy to be in. Now, this is your fear energy. This is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So wands, again, more fire energy. Now, the Six of Wands is the triumphant warrior come home. And that's what we see here. I wonder what story this is. Six of Wands. Alrighty. Four of Wands must be the next page. There we go. Yeah, okay. So this is Yanenga, a Burkina Faso. From Burkina Faso, this is a Mossi legend. And just so you know how, I like to see how things are spelled. I'm a writer. Yanenga. Okay. Now, I'll hold this up for you while I read it here. Okay. The Six of Wands represents victory and success. A warrior princess, Yanenga, is her father's most prized fighter. Her skill is so great, he never wishes to part with her, but she rebels. She seeks her own path and recognition for her deeds. Ooh, I love that story. However, this is in the reverse, and this is your fear, okay? This is ego, pride, disrepute, a fall from grace. Okay, so this is basically the opposite of victory. It could be that this is, ego, pride, disrepute, a fall from grace. You're afraid that people are going to look at you differently and maybe with not as much respect. Okay, so that fear makes sense. Now, here is the potential outcome here, and this is the Strength card in reverse. So this is telling me that you may experience some weakness, okay? But let's go ahead and read this story. I remember this is called the story of Tam Lin. There she is. Yeah, Scottish fairy tale, Tam Lin. The Strength card is about willpower and determination. Focus, persistence, and the ability to confidently stare any challenge in the face and overcome it. This is not physical strength, but a purity of heart and purpose. Okay, so this, and yes, in the reverse, it means weakness, self-doubt, abuse of power, pride, or negligence. Okay, so your fear did say something about pride, right? Your fear card. Yep. Ego, pride, disrepute, a fall from grace. Okay, so it looks like that's probably you're going to be dealing with some pride here, and this is not a strength. Okay, either you or this is someone else is going to be being very proud, and it could be to me when I hear that, that means that somebody's too proud to apologize. That doesn't mean you can't. That doesn't mean that you can't be the one who moderates. But let me tell you something though, if somebody comes back to you and apologizes and then you don't apologize, this is you. And let me tell you something else. If you don't both apologize to one another, you may very well end up with people being like, wow, what's wrong with Gemini? Why wouldn't they forgive that person? Right? You know what? Geminis are pretty fair very intellectual people, okay? You guys are very, very smart, very, very intelligent. So I'm thinking that it might be the other person, especially if they're the young, immature person. So, you know, it's, what are you going to do? You can only be as strong as you are. You can say, I'm sorry. And if they don't, well, that's their problem. And especially if they're a teenager, one day when they get older, they'll probably come to you and say, hey, remember that? I'm really sorry about that. Since this is what's at the underlying energy is the Fool, okay? And I just laughed because this is a young person. This is the very beginning. This is the Little Mermaid, by the way. Anyway, yeah, so this is the Fool. This is the very beginning. This is the zero energy. And you know what I'm getting from this is that this person is just fresh and brand new. Okay, this person is, I mean, even if they're older, if they are a child inside, this is them. Sometimes this means a leap of faith. Sometimes this means this is the beginning of your spiritual path. But I think sometimes this means someone's being foolish. And I think that is, and they're being foolish, but only because they're so new is when I see that in the upright. If it was upside down, I would be thinking, oh yeah, this person is just being foolish. But I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, that this person is young and just kind of foolish because they're so fresh and brand new. Whether, like I said, it doesn't matter what their bodily age is, their soul is new. The Aries energy here as well too. Aries are the first sign in the zodiac. So this is, you're just dealing with a very new person here. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what the Earth Magic Oracle cards have to say for you. They do have a book that is included with this, but I'm not going to read them. I may do that in other readings where I pick one, like I did with the Isis deck, because reading a lot of stuff from the book can take up a lot of time, as you can see. I'm getting to know this deck and all the stories from the world. Whoops, sorry about that. Because this is Earth Day, Earth Week for me. Earth Day for everybody, Earth Week for all of us here on my channel. But what they've been doing is actually doing that thing that my angel answer cards do. Every now and then they create a sentence and they just start sending me pictures and feelings and stuff. So that's what we're going to do with this. Okie dokie. Mother Earth, what would you like to tell Gemini about this situation here? Thank you. I have one more. Is this 2 or 3? 2. One more, please. Oh. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, holy moly. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised we didn't get Pele, because Pele is in this deck as well. But she's also in the Goddesses deck. I'm gonna laugh if Pele comes out. Volatility. Somebody has been, this is a temperament. When someone's volatile, they have a short temper. They mean, if this was your shortness of temper here, Gemini, you're just really tired and you're not done being tired. So I think this is as telling you got to find a way to deal with, when you're tired, from snapping at somebody, okay? Now, it's the same with them, though, okay? It could be like if they started all this and they snapped at you, well, now you're just so tired of it, right? Breach. All right, so something's going to come to the surface, and in a big way is what I'm feeling. Yeah, something's going to make a big splash. Probably this, whatever is going to happen, this lack of strength here. Whoa, lightning. power. Something's going to be very powerful. A volatile breach of power. Volcano whale lightning. Holy moly, yeah, volatile breach of power. Okay, so here's the thing. If you've got power over someone, or if they've got power over you, a breach is like not a, like if you agree to something, and then you do the opposite, that's a breach of contract. So there could be something, as far as that goes, you know what I mean? Something could be coming to the surface and coming down with a big splash. Wow, you were kind of in for it. My dog wants to go potty. Oh my God, hang on. Alrighty. Okie dokie, sorry about that. My dog is, she is not feeling as good today. She woke up and threw up. Sometimes it's because she's hungry. Sometimes it's because she's allergic to something. She's got food allergies, so she could have eaten like bread or something. So she just needed to go potty. So what I'm going to do right now is just go ahead and pull your last card here. And then go see to her, because right now she's outside smelling around, sitting out there with my son. All right, that's a lot of cards. I was going to read out of the book, but when they give me a lot of them, I'm just going to do the intuition thing here. Oh, okay. All right. So, Oya, expression. Okay. This has to do with artistry, but also what I'm feeling is how you express yourself. How do you communicate with others? Do you do it artfully, or, this is how to look at how you communicate and how you express yourself. Now, Durga is telling you here, you got to have some boundaries, okay? And boundaries are okay. Durga is the goddess of war, okay? So I feel like what she's telling me is that you may have been kind of defending yourself here. If this was you, if somebody said something to you, and if this was a teenager and they said something really mean to you, and you just said, dude, Durga is saying you're allowed to have boundaries, okay? But what Oya is saying is, it's everything in how you express yourself. There's so much to be said by how you say things, okay? So Durga's like, yes, have your boundaries, okay? You don't have to back down. Durga doesn't back down. But the way you express yourself, look at it maybe as an art, okay? And then what we have here is Laka. She wants you to remember love, okay? Especially if this person that you're having some trouble with, that if they're a family member or a friend, there's love between you. Whenever you are angered or hurt by someone, remember the love that you have between you two, okay? Love brings about compassion and understanding. So does self-love. Okay, the more you understand yourself, the more you understand others. So whenever you feel like judging someone or you're being judged, just work on who you are. If somebody does something that hurts your feelings, ask yourself, have you ever done the same thing? Most of the time we'll say yes. Then ask yourself, well, why? Why did I do that? And then just, keep asking these questions until you realize that, look, I love myself for who I am. I try really hard every day. And so I'm going to start thinking that way about everybody else too. Everybody else is just dealing with who they are and what they've got to deal with in their lives. And if I can forgive myself, I can forgive them too, even if they don't forgive me. All right, Gemini. Now, how much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor. And you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so 4 out of 10 cards means that almost half of this is part of your divine blueprint. And so what we have here is this judgment. Whatever this means to you, did you judge someone? Does this require forgiveness? What happened here? What is it time for? It's time for forgiveness. It's time to speak. It's time to practice moderation and patience and compassion and kindness. It's really good to hope that you are not subject to the devil energies, and now realize that whatever comes of this in the future, somebody is not being as strong as they could be. See what I'm saying? Now the strength card talks a lot about taming the inner animal within us. The inner animal is the one that gets us into a lot of trouble. And so if we can tame these impulses and instincts to do things that end up getting us into trouble later on, and we do it gently with kindness, with self-love, which is why you see the maiden gently taming the beast. It's that part of herself that she's taming with love and compassion. And so when you see this, realize that this needs to be done. All right, Gemini, that's what I have for you at this time. Please don't forget to like and share and comment, and I will see you next time.